Imagine a man in his late 50s. He plays golf on the weekends, watches what he eats, and his doctor says his cholesterol is just a little high, but nothing to worry about. He feels fine. Then one Tuesday morning, while reading the news, an immense pressure builds in his chest. A month later, his friends and family are still asking, how could this have happened? There were no warnings. But the warnings were there. They were just silent. And they are likely inside millions of us, right now. The single greatest misunderstanding in modern health is the belief that heart attacks are just a plumbing problem of cholesterol clogging a pipe. This belief is not only wrong, it's costing us our lives. Today, we're going to expose the real killer. It's not a passive clog. It's an active, inflammatory fire burning within your artery walls. I'm going to give you the knowledge that top preventive cardiologists use to stop this process in its tracks. And I will show you a life-saving test you can perform at home, a test that can reveal this silent danger years, or even decades, before it's too late. This isn't just another health tip. This is critical information. So please, give me your full attention. Welcome to 40 Plus Wellness. Our channel has one clear goal: to give you the truth. The information here is based on real, solid science, and we check everything very carefully. We want to give you the clarity you need to take care of yourself and your family. For half a century, we've villainized cholesterol. We picture our arteries as kitchen pipes, slowly narrowing with fatty gunk until they finally close. While there's a grain of truth there, this picture misses the entire story. It's like describing a volcano as just a mountain. You're missing the eruption. Leading-edge science now confirms that a heart attack is an immune event. It begins when certain types of LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, get damaged or oxidized by things like high blood sugar or toxins. Once damaged, your immune system no longer recognizes this LDL as a friend. It sees it as a foreign invader. To understand this, imagine getting a tiny splinter in your finger. Your body doesn't just ignore it. Your immune system launches a full-scale attack. It sends white blood cells, creates inflammation, redness, and swelling to neutralize the threat. The exact same thing happens inside your arteries. The damaged cholesterol becomes the splinter. Your immune cells rush to the artery wall to attack it, and in the process, they burrow into the wall and create a pocket of inflammatory material. This unstable, pus-like mixture of dead cells, fats, and calcium is what we call plaque. It is not a simple grease stain. It is an active, biological war zone. And this brings us to the most crucial distinction: the difference between stable and vulnerable plaque. Stable plaque is like an old, hardened scar. It can narrow the artery, but it's less likely to cause a sudden catastrophe. Vulnerable plaque, however, is the real assassin. It's soft, gooey, and has a very thin, fragile cap holding all that inflammatory chaos in place. It's a ticking time bomb. Things like a sudden spike in blood pressure, intense stress, or even certain chemicals in cigarette smoke can cause that thin cap to tear open. When it ruptures, the inflammatory core spills into your bloodstream. Your body screams, "Emergency!" and instantly forms a massive blood clot to plug the hole. But this life-saving clot, formed in the wrong place at the wrong time, is what completely blocks the artery. In minutes, it chokes off the blood supply to your heart muscle, causing a heart attack, or to your brain, causing a stroke. It wasn't a slow clog. It was a sudden, violent eruption. So, how do we find these ticking time bombs before they go off? This is where the story turns from fear to empowerment. Because there is a remarkably effective way to check the overall health of your entire arterial system. It's called the Ankle-Brachial Index, or ABI. This isn't some experimental technique. It's a standard diagnostic tool in cardiology. And you can do it yourself. The logic is simple physics. If your arteries are open and clear, the force of the blood pressure in your arm should be almost identical to the pressure in your ankle. But if you have significant plaque buildup in your legs, acting like a dam, the pressure downstream at your ankle will be noticeably lower. This simple comparison gives us a powerful window into your cardiovascular health. All you need is a reliable home blood pressure monitor. Let's walk through this carefully. First, and this is important, lie down and rest for 10 minutes. No phones, no distractions. Just relax. Your readings will be inaccurate if you're stressed or have just been moving around. Second, measure your arm pressure. Place the cuff on your upper arm and get the systolic reading, the top number. For consistency, always use the same arm for your future tests, preferably the one with the higher reading. Write that number down. Third, measure your ankle pressure. This is the part that requires a little practice. Wrap the cuff just above your ankle bone. You need to find the pulse to measure against. There are two main spots. One is on the top of your foot, about midway down. The other is on the inside of your ankle, just behind the ankle bone. Feel for the strongest pulse. Now, measure your systolic pressure there and write it down. For the most accurate assessment, it's best to measure both ankles and use the lower of the two numbers for your calculation. Fourth, the calculation. It's simple division. Take your ankle systolic pressure and divide it by your arm systolic pressure. That number is your ABI. So, what does your number mean? This is your personal risk report. An ABI between 1.0 and 1.4 is the green light. It's a sign of healthy, flexible arteries and good blood flow. An ABI above 1.4 is a yellow light. It suggests your arteries are becoming stiff and calcified, a condition called arteriosclerosis. While not an immediate blockage, it's a sign of disease and increases your risk. An ABI below 0.9 is a red alert. It's the definitive diagnosis for peripheral artery disease, or PAD. This means the plaque is significant enough to obstruct blood flow. The symptoms of PAD are themselves warning signs. Cramping in your calves when you walk that goes away with rest, legs that feel cold to the touch, poor healing of sores on your feet, or even changes in skin color. Do not dismiss these. PAD is not a leg problem. It is a whole body problem. It's a blaring siren telling you that the same disease process is happening in the arteries of your heart and brain. If you get a red or yellow light, do not panic. You have just been given the most valuable gift in health, a warning. You've uncovered the secret before the crisis. Now, you can take decisive action. This is where you reclaim your health. And this fight is won not just with prescriptions, but with your fork, your feet, and your pillow. Your mission is to lower inflammation. Here is your 4-point action plan. 1. Food is medicine. Don't just avoid bad food. Actively add good food. Add omega-3 fats from fatty fish like salmon, which are powerfully anti-inflammatory. Add colorful plants, berries, leafy greens, packed with antioxidants that protect your arteries. And mercilessly cut out the fire starters, processed sugar, industrial seed oils, and trans fats. 2. Motion is the lotion for your arteries. Aim for 30 minutes of brisk walking or other aerobic exercise most days of the week. This boosts nitric oxide, a molecule that helps your arteries relax and widen. Also, add in some resistance training twice a week. Building muscle improves your metabolic health and helps your body manage blood sugar, a key driver of inflammation. 3. Master your stress. Chronic stress pumps out cortisol, the stress hormone, which directly fuels inflammation and raises blood pressure, putting physical strain on those vulnerable plaques. A simple 5-minute daily practice of deep breathing, meditation, or just quiet time in nature can begin to reverse this damage. 4. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. It's when your body cleans house, repairs damage, and lowers inflammation. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep per night. It is as important as diet and exercise. Your action plan is clear. Calculate your ABI. Regardless of the number, begin implementing these 4 pillars of health today. And most importantly, take your ABI number to your doctor. Use it to start a new conversation, one that goes beyond just cholesterol numbers and focuses on your total inflammation and cardiovascular risk. You have the power to change your own story. You don't have to be a statistic. Please, share this information. You're not just sharing a video. You could be sharing a future with someone you love. Thank you for making your health a priority today. Subscribe to 40 Plus Wellness for more knowledge that empowers you to live a long, vibrant life. Take care and be well.